South Africa will soon be hit by another wave, this time of teacher retirement. Already about half of South Africa's primary school pupils are in classes with more than 40 children. 15% are in classes exceeding 50. Universities will need to approximately double their annual teacher graduate numbers between now and 2030 to make up for the impending shortfall. Professor Martin Gustafsson is an education economist and advises government. He's been taking a look at the problem and joins us now. Prof, explain how we got to this wave of retirement and what kind of challenge it presents.
Good morning, Tapuma, and to your viewers. The predictions are quite simple to make. If you look at the age structure of teachers currently, it's very clear that we have an exceptionally large peak of teachers approaching retirement. This is going to accelerate over the next 10 years. The process has already begun. So essentially, we are going to see the demand for new teachers double between now and 2030, and thereafter it's actually going to decline. So this raises questions around the ability of the universities to produce enough young graduates to replace retiring teachers.
You say it brings about the question of the university's capacity. So they would need to increase their output of teacher graduates. How do they go about doing that?
Well, we're not quite sure. I mean, I think this is something that is still kind of entering the kind of planning agenda. Very often these demographic factors are kind of picked up rather late. I mean, we had the example of a birth surge some 15 years ago that all of a sudden increased enrollments in schools. Well, here we have a teacher demographic pattern that's going to create new planning challenges. I imagine that the response would have to be, in part, kind of ramping up the capacity of new training centers, in particular the universities in Mpumalanga and Northern Cape, which are specifically aimed at or are largely aimed at training teachers. Then existing universities that have been producing teachers will have to improve their capacity. A lot of our teachers come out of UNISA, and even currently we have a situation where many people enter the profession although they haven't completed their training yet, especially in more rural areas where they need teachers. So that's another route to basically bring in half qualified teachers and let them complete their qualification once they are in the system.
How do we
discuss very well? It's under-researched. It's not just the number of teachers that influences class size. It's also teacher time utilization, physical classrooms, the availability of physical classrooms.
Prof, unfortunately, I have to cut you short there. We're going to have to cut this conversation because we have a live event to cross to. But thank you so much for your time.